It's uncommon for building projects to break world records. For a select few developers and contractors, it only happens once in a lifetime to match design, developer and localized vision with appropriate financing, knowledge and manpower, whether by chance, serendipity, good fortune or just plain perseverance. The requirements for inclusion in this list were straightforward. Projects had to be finished or almost finished and usable in some form. We have only dealt with projects that are already in existence and those that are acknowledged as being at the top of their fields. We haven't bothered with projects that are still in the planning stages or those that are under construction. Let's take a look, shall we? Burj Khalifa. There are no big shocks here. Amidst a flurry of celebrations, fireworks and hype at the start of the new decade, the Burj Khalifa made its grand entrance onto the world stage earlier this year. The skyscraper broke nearly every record that had been set, often by a wide margin, so the hype wasn't without justification. Uncommon knowledge is that the Burj really set multiple records when it was first opened and broke others' previous marks in the process. Other extremely tall projects are in the planning phases but have not yet been built. These include Kuwait's kilometer-high City of Silk, Jeddah's projected Kingdom Tower, and Bahrain's Murjan Tower. The Dubai superstructure would continue to hold its position atop the globe for some time, even if construction on them were to begin right now, given the time it would take to reach the Burj Khalifa's great heights. The highest building in the world is Taipei 101, which stands at 508 meters and holds the record for being the world's tallest all-office tower, according to the Council of Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat. The creation of the island was only the first step. The Palm is currently being built and developed, as each of the 4,000 houses sold within 72 hours of the first sales announcement. The first phase properties received a lot of interest right away. Nakheel asserts that it will take another 5 years for Palm Jumeirah to realize its full potential since premium complexes, luxury hotels and new hotels are being constructed on the crescent. The corporation will focus on longer-term ambitions in the future, including Nakheel's two other significant Palm projects, the Palm Dera and the Palm Jebel Ali, tower near Adnek, capital gate in Abu Dhabi. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was never intended to lean, yet despite this, it held the record for the longest leaning tower for well over 800 years before being surpassed in history by Abu Dhabi's 35-story, 160-meter-tall Adnek capital gate. To be honest, there was no record that needed to be broken because Guinness World Records personnel had already established a category for it and had already given Adnek the title of the world record holder earlier this year. By stacking the floor slabs on top of one another, the architects gave the structure its lean and twist. Floors 1 through 11 are vertically stacked, floors 12 through 28 are spaced at intervals of 800 to 1400 mm, then 900 mm, and floors 29 through 35 are spaced at intervals of 300 mm to 900 mm. To withstand pressure applied to it, the building's core employs vertical post-tensioning. Other cutting-edge building methods are used in the tower's construction, including the first ever usage of a pre-cambered core, which includes more than 15,000 cubic meters of concrete reinforced with 10,000 tons of steel. The tower in Pisa is curved in addition to leaning. The tower was built in 3 phases over a 177 years period, but as soon as construction began in 1173, the soil foundations began to deteriorate and the tower began to tilt. Engineers corrected the lean by lengthening one side of the building's walls relative to the other during subsequent construction, which caused the building's top to bend. Mall in Dubai. There are a few malls that can make the claim to be the world's biggest mall. With a gross leasable area GLA of 600,000 square meters, the New South China Mall is the largest mall in the world, whereas the Dubai Mall is just the 6th largest with a GLA of 350,000 square meters. The Dubai Mall, which is 1,124,000 meters square total size, comfortably outshines all rivals to win the title of biggest mall in the world. Built inside the Burj Khalifa complex, Dubai Mall has more than 1,000 stores and multiple malls within malls. In addition, it has an aquarium with 33,000 animals and a 270-degree acrylic walk-through tunnel, an aquatic zoo, an Olympic-sized ice rink, a 22-screen multiplex cinema, a Sega-themed park, a kids' play area, and many other attractions to keep visitors entertained while they shop. 2 further world records are also being held by Dubai Mall, including the biggest acrylic panel ever produced for the Dubai Aquarium. The other is for the biggest dancing fountain in the world, which is longer than Las Vegas's fountain of Bellagio at 275 meters long. The Dubai Mall has a total interior floor area of 5.9 square feet, which is larger than 50 football fields, and leasable space of 3.77 million square feet, which is almost the same as the West Edmonton Mall. Additionally, it contains 120 restaurants and cafes, 22 movie theaters, and a luxury hotel with 250 rooms. Japanese Bridge at Akashi Kaikyo. The Japanese bridge Akashi Kaikyo, also known as the Pearl Bridge, connects Kobe City in the north with Awaji Island in the Sato Inland Sea and has the greatest span of any bridge in the world, despite there being longer, higher, and more impressive-looking alternatives. Ferries used to run between Awaji and Kobe before the bridge's construction, but that all changed in 1998 when the bridge opened. The bridge has 3 spans, 2 at either end, 960 meters each, and a record-breaking span between the 2 main towers, 282 meters. The 68-meter clearance under the bridge deck is enough for ships to pass. The 2 suspension towers were separated by a meter as a result of the Kobe earthquake, but deck building hadn't yet begun, thus the additional space could be readily accommodated. When it was finished in 1998, it overtook the Humber Bridge in the UK as the longest suspension bridge. Humber Bridge, which had a world record since 1981 with a span of 1410 meters, is currently ranked 5th in the world. Without including the paint hangars, where the powerful machines are completed before flight, testing, and delivery, the building's total volume is 13.3 million cubic meters. Boeing claims they can build up to 7 747, 777, and 5 767 aircraft each month at the site, however production varies depending on market circumstances. The Kobe-Awaji Naruto Expressway, which connects the islands of Honshu and Shikoku, includes the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge as its easternmost segment. Kobe on Honshu Island and Iwaya on Awaji Island are connected by a bridge that spans the Akashi Strait, which is 4 kilometers wide. The Naruto Bridge, which connects Awaji Island to Gay Island across the Naruto Strait, completes the passage in its entirety. Ferries ferried people over the Akashi Bridge before the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge was constructed. It serves as a key maritime route and is renowned for its natural catastrophes, gales, and heavy rain. Public debate about the viability of a bridge over the gap was initially sparked by the Sekire Maru sinking, which claimed 304 lives in 1945. UAE Terminal 3 of Dubai International Airport. Airports are a decent place to start when it comes to breaking records. Terminals must be enormously large to accommodate the enormous size of the planes needed to transport people around the world, and Dubai International Airport's Terminal 3 is one of the largest in the world. The majority of the airport's 40.9 million annual passengers are handled by Terminal 3, which is also home to Emirates Airlines' increasing fleet. Once its dedicated Airbus A380 Concourse 3 is operational, the airport will have the capacity to serve 75 million visitors annually. A maximum of 43 million passengers per year can pass through Terminal 3. It should come as no surprise that the terminal has the greatest interior floor area of any structure in the world, topping next competitor Holland's Aalsmeer Flower Auction by 1.456 million square meters. 2008 saw the completion of Terminal 3's significant construction phase, which involved the Al Habtoor Leighton Group, Murray and Robert in South Africa, and Takinaka in Japan. At a total lost time injury frequency rate of 0.17, more than 136 million man-hours were put into the project. The project reached a milestone where 32 million man-hours had been gathered without a lost time accident. French Viaduct in Millau. Similar to the Burj Khalifa, the French Millau Viaduct is one of those architectural wonders that you can never grow tired of admiring. The bridge, an astounding architectural achievement, serves as a testament to what can be accomplished when, in those really rare times, British technical prowess and French stubbornness reunite to create something truly amazing. The Millau Tower was a product of the English, like the Concorde and the Channel Tunnel. The bridge's topmost mast rises 343 meters above the Tarn Valley's bottom and was created by French structural engineer Michael Verlagueux and British architect Norman Foster. That is barely shy of John Hancock Center in Chicago and taller than the Eiffel Tower. The Channel Tunnel project's main contractor, Eiffage, was an obvious choice for the job. The company was established in 1992 through the merger of Fougerolles, founded in 1844, Killery, founded in 1863, Bunet, founded in 1871, and La Société Auxiliaire d'Entreprises Électriques et de Travaux Publics, or SAE, founded in 1924. Along with numerous other significant subcontractors, the building consortium also included the Eiffel business, which was in charge of the steel highway, Enerpac, who handled the hydraulic support for the roadway, Freyssinet, who handled the cable stay work. When the bridge first opened, it broke 3 records. The tallest bridge tower in the world, the mast atop Pylon 2, reaches 343 meters, the highest pylons in the world, and the highest road bridge deck in Europe. The Sudong Bridge in China, which is 306 meters high and has the longest cable-stayed bridge span in the world, is the highest bridge in the world and Milau's closest competitor. The Sidu River Bridge in China is the tallest bridge in the world when elevated according to how much the deck is above the ground or water below. With 472 meters of clearance below the bridge deck, the suspension bridge crosses the 500-meter deep Sidu River Valley. China's Three Gorges Dam. With China's emergence as a global industrial power, it has undertaken a number of massive projects, notably the construction of the Three Gorges Dam, the biggest electrical generation facility in the world. It is challenging to capture the scope of the project in a single image. It is 2,335 meters long, 185 meters high, and contains 32 generators, each of which can produce 700 megawatts. When paired with other smaller generators, its total output is 22.5 gigawatts. The Jingping 1 hydropower station on the Yalong River chain will be operational in 2014, surpasses Three Gorges as the highest dam in the world. The Nurek Dam in Takistan, which is 300 meters high, is the highest operational hydroelectric dam. Both might be surpassed by Iran's 335-meter tall Bakhtiari Dam if it is finished. The biggest is still Three Gorges though. The concrete dam wall is 185 meters high, 2,309 meters long, and the wall has a bottom thickness of 115 meters and a top thickness of 40 meters. The project moved around 102,600,000 cubic meters of soil and utilized 27.2 million cubic meters of concrete and 463,000 tons of steel. The 660 kilometers long reservoir formed by the dam wall. UAE's Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. The last breakwater stone was set in 2007, and although being the smallest of the three Palm Islands that were intended for Dubai's shoreline, it still has the status of being the only one constructed. The island is 5 kilometers long, 5 kilometers broad, and the crescent-shaped area enclosing the 16 fronds is 11 kilometers long from tip to tip. The largest artificial island in the world has a surface area of 560 hectares. The Atlantis, the Palm, one of the most ambitious hotel resorts ever built, is located on this land parcel, which is still one of Dubai's most exclusive. 10 dredging rigs worked non-stop for 2 years to build the Palm's stem, fronds and 11-kilometer crescent. More than 1 billion cubic meters of sand and 7 million tons of rock were utilized in the construction of the Palm. The Palm's creator, Nakheel, claims there is enough material to erect a 2-meter-tall, half-meter-wide wall that would round the globe 3 times. Building both the breakwater and the fronds at the same time was a challenging operation for the mainland reclamation contractor Van Oord, since the fronds were vulnerable to erosion while the breakwater was still under construction. The beaches on the fronds were built to match a precise, specified slope. Building and developing the Palm is still being done. Creating the island was simply the first stage. The first phase properties attracted a lot of immediate attention, as each of the 4,000 homes sold within 72 hours of the original sales announcement. According to Nakheel, it would take another 5 years for Palm Jumeirah to reach its full potential, since new hotels, opulent homes and premium complexes are being built on the crescent. Longer-term plans that the corporation will concentrate on later include Nakheel's 2 additional major Palm projects, the Palm Jebel Ali and Palm Dera. Everything we have. Additionally, we only included record holders who have already broken their respective marks. For instance, Australia's Q1 Tower, which is the world's highest all-residential tower, will shortly be surpassed by a number of other projects. However, as those projects have not yet been completed, the Q1 Tower continues to hold the record. For this selection of world-class performers, we didn't have to search very far for inspiration. Dubai continues to be one of the highest cities in the world, matching New York's total of 51 skyscrapers that are all above 200 meters high. Hong Kong only has 52, whereas Dubai has the Burj Khalifa and 6 additional structures that rise more than 300 meters, including the Rose Tower, the world's highest hotel structure, which rises 333 meters and has 72 stories. Thanks for staying until the end of this video. Share your thoughts or comments in the box below, and see you next time.